Hello guys, and welcome back to How to Rune. On this episode, the unit we're discussing is Chasun, and I have a disclaimer to make. My Chasun is not even close to the endgame build that she should be. I'll talk to you about it later, but for now, let's start with the early game. In the early game, Chasun is an awesome addition to your comps. She can either be used in Giants, Arena, Guild War offense, defense, and Trial of Ascension. The stats that you need to focus more on this stage of your game is just basically two, HP and speed. HP simply because it powers up the heals of your Chasun, and speed because you want her to move as fast as possible so she can heal your team and prevent some death. For the HP stat, you should aim to be around 20k, and for speed, if you can get like plus 20, that should be nice. If you don't have enough runes, she can go broken, and the set that I would recommend you to use is HP, HP, HP with speed substats, and you can also go speed, HP, HP if you have the runes for it. If you have been farming giants and you have leftover energy or swift runes, she can also go swift broken or swift energy for maximum profit of your rune sets. One of the things that you have to keep in mind is that Chasun is much more useful with skill ups than without skill ups, so make sure you give her priority if you don't have any important nat 5 that you're scaling up, because it's really worth it. Now, moving on to the mid game, you need to take into consideration one more stat, which is resistance. Chasun with high resistance is a more resilient Chasun, and the more the best, but ideal, I would recommend around 70% should be okay. This resistance is mainly for PvP, but also works on PvE content such as raids and TOA, and also giants, of course. Minimum stats for this stage are around plus 25k HP, and plus 40 speed, and like I said, 70% resistance. You should reach these stats with the runes that you have at this stage. Make sure you reach those thresholds. Also, the rune sets should be changed to violent anything. If you don't have enough violent runes for her, go swift or energy, and that could work as well. But as soon as you can, put her on violent, because she's a monster on violent. She can proc many times and basically turn around a fight. For slots 2, 4 and 6, she can go speed, HP, HP or HP, HP, HP if you have enough speed substats. If you're on this stage and you're starting raids, she's an awesome healer, so make sure the resistance is to 70%, because the least she gets stunned, the more she can heal. Finally, in the end stage of the game, your Chasun should have at least the following stats. Disclaimer again, these are some high requirements. Again, my Chasun is not up to par with these stats, but I reckon that if I had those stats, my Chasun would be much better. So for HP, I would recommend 35k or more. For speed, I would advise plus 90 speed or more, and optimal it would be around 85% resistance. If you can have around 300 or 400 defense on your substats, she will be a lot more tanky, and if you reach a point where you can get around 1k total defense, she can be put on front line on raids. Now, if you don't have the runes to reach all these thresholds like I don't have, these are the priorities that you have to keep in mind. So HP for stronger heals, speed, the faster she moves, the faster that she can heal and save your team, resistance and defense. That is what you should be aiming for. Also, in Arena and Guild Wars, your Chasun can either go before or after your attackers. It depends on your preference. Some people like to buff first and then nuke the enemy targets. Some people like the enemy defense to move first and then Chasun can heal and back up. But it depends, it really depends on personal preference. Now, for rune sets, Violent Will is a must if you want her to use on Arena defense and Guild War defense. Will is it's really important, and you should be able to put a set with Violent Will. If you can put her on Violent Will, that would be great. She would perform much better in Guild Wars and Arena defense. Now, with Violent Will, it should provide a lot of counters to a lot of team comps, especially in Guild Wars, as you know. You can counter the Armor Break Galleon and bombs, of course. If you have will runes and they don't bring a stripper, it's pretty much GG for you. Now, for the slots 2, 4 and 6, you should go HP, 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 or speed HP. This is the way to go. Just make sure that you're close to the thresholds that I mentioned before. Well, this is it, guys. I hope I help you in some way. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.